It's always the awkward intro, isn't
Yes.
it? Well, hi there, Phil.
Hi, Bill.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. It's nice to have a sunny day here at the club and see more people out. I must say, though, it's still a little bit cold for me. I don't know about you. A question that's come up from the members that as a golf pro, I'm not as prepared to answer as I'd like to, but when we get these cold days, even if it's sunny outside, I'm assuming that, in a very small amount underneath the top level of the turf, it's probably still frozen underneath. Is there any damage that we could be doing if we get out and play too early in the day or not have that be all thought out?
Yeah, so when we get these super low temperatures, when it's down in the 20s, we have frost. Everybody knows frost. Everybody can see frost. But when it starts to warm up, the frost goes away. However, when we get these really cold temperatures and we get the ground to freeze, as the turf starts to thaw, when any traffic on top of that can cause the roots to shear, because the top is soft and down below where the roots are the most important part of our turf. We do everything that we do is to have good roots. Good roots means good turf. So if those roots get sheared off, it could stunt the growth of the plants, and the damage might not be visible right away. It might be damage down the road in the spring. So everything we try to do in the wintertime is to protect the golf course, protect the turf, especially the greens.
So that's not just cart traffic, but it's also foot traffic alone, or playing golf on it can cause that root shear as well, right?
Yeah, and you would notice that if we would keep track of where the holes were, and if we played on a day like that, a few weeks down the road, you would see those areas would start to be thinner and be weaker turf.
I think we could probably all agree that although we'd like to get out in these January, or now, well, I guess it's now March days, but February and March days, really the more important season is once we really start to go in April and May and beyond. So even if we restrict play just a little bit, it's trying to ensure better playing conditions throughout the season.
Yeah, and we were so close to the start of the season. The winter months, we really have to do what we can to protect the turf, protect the golf course. We'd love to have people out playing all the time, but there are just times it's better to err on the side of caution, especially when you're dealing with the greens.
Yeah, and I also mentioned cart traffic. So we try to be careful about when we allow golf carts out, and there are 3 cart rules, if you will. One is a no cart day. One is limited to what we call blue flag carts, which are essentially handicap carts. So that's for our members that have the handicap placards in their cars, approved by a doctor that's not their buddy, that just writes them a handicap note, but actually is a medical need in order to get around on the golf course. And then we have full cart days. Is there anything else as far as cart usage that might be something that we should be aware of, like fairways versus rough? Or...
Yeah, fairways. So the fairways have been sanded for years. They're obviously they're firmer, more sand in the fairways. So on the days that it's a little marginal, if it's a little wetter, driving in the fairways is better, and try to avoid slopes around greens, around tees, those sort of things, flat areas.
So it's just like your golf ball, keep it in the fairway.
There you go, keep it in the fairway.
Yeah. And as we are heading into the season, it's, to beat the dead horse, but we should probably talk a little bit about care of the course practices. In case you missed volume 1 or 2 of Bill and Phil's videos, we can probably go through a long list, but replace divots if your divot sticks together.
Yep, if it sticks together, replace your divots.
Those will grow back in, and always rake your bunker. And it's getting to the point sometimes where I feel like it's rake your spot and one other, just like it's fix your ball mark plus one other if you can find it. I would say though, the last couple of times I've been on the golf course, that the greens are looking really spectacular for February, and I don't know whether it's the slight lack of play or whether our members are doing a better job of fixing the ball marks. I'm going to go with the latter and say
Yeah.
everybody's doing a great job. Let's keep up the good work.
Yeah. Going into the season, just fixing ball marks, replacing divots, raking bunkers. It's those little things, it's the little detail things that are going to set us apart from other courses.
Yeah. Be nice to your pro and superintendent.
Yes.
Thanks for your time, Phil.
Thank you, Bill.
All right.